and you can see some of my work there, and a lot of information about what I've done and what I do. All right.
How you doing? I
Awesome.
want to start off with, what is your name?
My name is Edgar Garcia.
So, Edgar Garcia, are you a media professional?
Oh yes, and I've been a media professional for the last 34 years now, working extensively in the broadcasting industry and as well as the advertising industry, which has been one of my strongholds as a commercial voiceover, which is one of the things that I've been doing for a pretty long time now. But also, I'm a journalist. That's the other side of things that I do. But if anybody would ask me, what is it that you do? I used to be a broadcaster. I don't think I'm a broadcaster now because I'm more invested into different things like advertising, and that is the main reason of, or the basic thing of my work nowadays. So if you would define me, I would say I'm a commercial voiceover.
Okay, so how did you get started in being a radio broadcaster?
Well, I think it's a matter of being in the right place at the right time. Some people say, well, that's just chance, that's just luck, but sometimes it's just that, you know. I happen to be somebody of my acquaintance used to know some people on a radio station. There was an opening, they took me there. I've never set foot on a radio station. And basically, I did my audition. They seemed to like it. And they just shoved me in a studio, and the worst part about this is that I've never been in a radio station before. So once I got accepted, they just put me in a studio, lights on, and you are on the air. So Jesus, I didn't even have a clue of how to run a show, but I had to manage. And so far, I guess I did it because that was almost 35 years ago.
And what were some of the challenges in trying it for the very first time, being just in the atmosphere of just being thrown in that situation?
Challenges when you are thrown in a situation such as that one, I would say would be you don't even know what you're doing. And that is a pretty hard thing to cope with. What I did was basically become a perfectionist, and that has been my motto ever since, basically. Perfectionist because I listened to what I did. I don't like it. I'm going to redo it. I don't like it. I'm going to redo it again. And with that kind of behavior, I would say that my craft began to grow. My craft began to get better. It took a while, I'm not going to lie. I normally talk to my students here at Miami Media School, and I tell them that it took me at least 5 years to get my first commercial on the air. Why? Because I needed a lot of preparation to do this, and I didn't want to go into the field with no knowledge at all of how things had to be done. So preparation was pivotal in this process, and when I felt that it was the time, I kind of did it. And apparently it all worked well as well. But in a way, I think that preparation and practice is one of the things that will take you to the place you want to go into this industry.
And not someone choosing a different path, what could you tell someone that's interested in media or radio and even also voiceover? What advice can you give them?
I see a lot of people that want to come into the industry, that want to make a living out of the industry, but this is a cutthroat industry. I'm not trying to, tell you don't do it. I would encourage you to do it, of course. Anybody that feels that they have the talent, and more than the talent, I would say the drive to be able to do this thing, I would sincerely encourage them to come and try some luck into the industry, because good things can happen. Sometimes it will take a while, and a lot of people get frustrated because they feel that I'm going nowhere. Nothing is happening. There's been a number of years have gone by and nothing has happened. Sometimes it is what it is, and those things happen. But what that is telling you is that you need more prep. You need to be more into your game. You need to up the ante. You need to do a lot of things to be able to manage to get where you want to go. It will take a while. I don't know how long. But anybody who has the drive, the will, and anybody that likes this, that feels like this is what I want to do, that feels like this person is at home when they do this, that's the person that needs to be here. Because otherwise, it's just going to be something that you dislike, because probably you're going to end up doing something that wasn't the thing that you were dreaming of doing. And if that happens, probably life will take you eventually to where you want to go. But sometimes people feel discouraged because they end up doing stuff that they weren't supposed, or they didn't want to do. So it's going to be a long road, an interesting one, by the way. But in that process of going from here to from A to B, you're going to know a lot of people, and you're going to know a lot of processes and different things about the industry that will make you a better professional. So I wouldn't say that if it takes a long time to for you to get to where you want to go, I wouldn't feel discouraged at all. If you want to do it, just give it a try and see what happens. If you think you got the talent, all you got to do is hone that talent, hone that craft, and that will take you wherever you want to go. And I'm a true believer about that.
Do you have any mentors in?
Mentoring is a thing that everybody needs. My mentor was a great news narrator when I worked back in Venezuela. That was a long time ago. He passed away, unfortunately. But that was a guy that took me under his wing and showed me the ropes of how newscasting was done, and how you had to read a script, and how you had to act the news, and how you had to feel the news. And that eventually made me become the broadcaster that I am today. Mentorships for me are pivotal. And not only mentorships, another thing that I would say and recommend to everybody is observe. Observe your surroundings, observe your peers, observe your colleagues, what they do, how they do it. Ask questions. People will feel, they will feel the need to tell you things about what they know, because people love to tell other people about what they know. It makes them feel important. So why not ask them about how they do things? And all those things that you end up knowing about, you can incorporate into your act. You can incorporate into your skill set, and that will make you a better professional. The more you see, the more you experiment, and the more you kind of adjust the different things that you learn in the field with other people to your own set of abilities, will make you a better professional.
Do you have a web page or a website where people can actually see your work?
Yeah, I do have a website that's it's in Spanish, mostly because I'm mostly oriented to the Hispanic market, as you can see with this heavy accent. I have absolutely no life into the American market. But anyway, my website is Voz Market, which would be VOZMARCA.com. But basically, that is another tool that every professional needs to have. The website is something that will help you significantly, because it will showcase what you're made of and what you can offer anybody when it comes to somebody being interested in what you do and what you can offer them. So to everybody that's about to become, a media professional, what I would say is, first of all, learn the ropes, hone the craft, get a website, market yourself, understand the ins and outs of this thing, see people